It was interesting to look into what's the origin of Zeitgeist.
It has to be the right location, it has to be the right people, it has to be the right artist, it has to be the right level of spectacle, and it has to be new.
This is about ceremony to a certain extent. As much as it's about entertainment, it's about a ceremony and people all sharing in that one moment together.
When I looked into stories like Factory of Andy Warhol, it always needed two very strong but also very different counterparts to add something to each other's art.
My name is Boys Noise. I'm a DJ and producer from Berlin in Germany. Most of the time I make music for myself. It's definitely techno inspired, but it probably goes a bit more into like a punk rock direction. And then I do a lot of different styles on the side. Like I have projects with Chili Gonzalez under Octave Minds, which is the most recent and most exciting one I've been working on.
Hello, my name is Chili Gonzalez. I'm a pianist, an entertainer, and good friend of Boys Noise. I would say that I'm not a born collaborator, but I have enough fascination for other talented musicians that I sort of suspend my natural discomfort at having to sort of share decision making with anybody. When you collaborate, you have to just let the other person, there's always give and take, and it doesn't come naturally to me is what I'm saying.
It's really interesting to make music with him because he has such a different musical background, and the two of us really kind of collide our sounds and music together.
So everything you hear on the Octave Minds album has some spark of life. It had some moment where we looked at each other and we're like kids again going, wow, I can't believe we just discovered this thing. And then you go to bed that night and you think, wow, I woke up today and this cool thing didn't exist. And now I'm going to bed and this cool thing exists. And that's like a win.
You know, as a musician and a producer, I like to, you know, visit all the different worlds of music, and I'm totally open to discover different styles and work on different music.
I don't make a diversification between pop and classic and jazz, like, oh, classic is more high level. I was a DJ in university, always a party DJ.
It's a full collaboration. We started with no plan. We just sat down in the studio, and even though I hate this word, we jammed.
You know, I was like, okay, like they're getting Boys Noise and Chili Gonzalez together to play, and then like, okay, well, we'll go check out this location. All right, whoa, okay, this is like kind of serious and crazy. Like this is like an abandoned Cold War spy station with like no electricity or running water, with like these giant radar domes on top of it.
So the location, of course, is one of the most unique aspects of the project. No one has produced anything like this in that location, and this is a very sensitive, controversial location in Berlin.
Berliners are quite used to all kinds of amazing venues, and we had to top it. The venue is actually not usable for an event. It's like formally forbidden.
The location is a really beautiful place. I actually go there quite regularly to enjoy, you know, the nature and everything.
You know, you have walls, floors, ceilings made of concrete, and a couple of giant domes that used to spy on Russia and don't do anything anymore. Other than that, there's nothing.
We basically had to get this thing back to work. Not as a spy station anymore, but as a concert venue.
It's kind of crazy to have a show set up there.
Mirror balls this big, you know, with a crane up to the top of a abandoned spy station. Like it was, you know, hundreds of lights, hundreds of crates.
And people climbing up on those scaffoldings, like below, on top of nothing. There was hundreds of meters of nothing underneath them. Yeah, it's scary sometimes.
We get to play with very nice toys, and working for an establishment like Audi, they're certainly pushing the boundary when it comes to the use of technology and the advancements of technology.
Video control stations, lighting control stations, projection control stations.
There's a number of new innovations we're going to use for this show. Some of them I have to keep under wraps, but we're going to try to grab onto the zeitgeist, the technological revolution, and try to use the newest elements in a new way.
They texture map like a 150-foot diameter geodesic dome. Like the logistics of that alone like makes my head hurt.
We made a lot of effort to invite the right people. We gave them a completely unique, unseen experience. We did not tell them where the event was. Everybody coming there did not know. We picked them up at home, every single one, with Audi limousine. So when they came to the Teufelsberg, they had no idea what would happen.
And for the people to walk away at the end saying that was a brilliant night, which they know no one else can experience actually, because it's only going to happen once.
That was the one thing we couldn't control, was the weather. But on Monday, the weather forecast just looked amazing. On the very next day, it changed dramatically.
I was not even remotely prepared for what it felt like, that feeling of it all culminating together actually on this rooftop on a late summer night, and then of course it starts raining in the middle.
Like after 20 minutes, halfway through the concert, I was like, was that a raindrop? And then it started raining really hard.
Water and the sea of umbrellas and dancing people and umbrellas and water splashing on you, and I mean the mood though was ecstatic.
A large amount of people who all share a particular emotion at a certain point in time.
The rain made it even more unique.
It ended up imperfect and technically with the rain, but that just like pushed it, like transcending perfection into something really human, really special, and what people keep saying, really magic.
I was quite sure that this would be amazing, but it actually was magic.